What's up, guys? My name is Khan, and we're back today with more Railroads Online, and we have finished the path to the coal mine. I let the railroad gnomes work all night, and the path is completely up to the coal mine, and there's a loop, so we're gonna keep going with our Cook Mogul right up the path here, and we're just gonna go all the way up to the coal mine, turn around, come back, and of course, take a look at the coal mine requirements. I know it's beams and rails, but I just want to see how much of those we can actually store so that we can, figure out what we're going to do. And then we'll probably end up delivering a bunch of beams to the coal mine. I feel like that's the right thing to do. So we'll just get going here. I think we're good. We're losing a little bit of boiler pressure. I literally just put in fuel because the Captain Cook, it had been sitting forever with no fuel. So it'll take a while to build up the boiler pressure, but we should be fine. We'll bleed a little bit of it. But overall, I'm not too worried about it. Now, this run is the run from before when we first explored it. I did go back, completely redo all the foundation and all the rail. It took a fair amount of time, but it is no steeper than 3%. Now, at the top of the coal mine, there is a loop. It doesn't actually come back down like the iron mine does. This is the only line that goes to the coal mine all the way back to the valley. So we're gonna be coming back straight, but we are gonna go around a loop at the top of the coal mine and then switch back onto the same track. Now, it's a loop that I think is big enough for the whole train to do, so we won't have to do any unhitching or anything like that. We'll be able to just drive through, unload our cargo or load up our cargo, loop back around, come back down the same line. But of course, if someone else was coming up at the time, we might need some switch offs to be able to pass each other. But now we're just cruising. This is gonna be perfect. And we should be able to make it all the way up to the top. To be honest, it took a while to relay this foundation. I wanted to make the curves nice and smooth and, as straight as possible. And I didn't want to make the same mistake we made on the iron mine line, where it had that crazy S-bend that pulled all the cars off the track. So this has a few places where it kind of has to do little S's, but it's as gradual as possible. And I think it's pretty good. And it's just going to be a fun route. I definitely need to clear more trees. There are far too many trees around here. But I think it's going to be good. It's going to be exciting. It's a very, very big detour, to be honest, just to get up to the coal mine. When, we could go, I guess, straight at it with a ramp. Like a really, really big ramp. But it is kind of cool that, there's this sort of natural-looking path that we can follow. For the most part, with a lot of these turns, I tried to use the Alt key to make the turns consistently angled. Like, I think this is like a 15-degree turn or something, but there's a couple parts on this path where it actually had to go to 30-degree turns. I tried to keep them as shallow as possible, but there were some spots where there was nothing you could do, and to get around the cliff, you had to take this, like, 30-degree hairpin. There's one coming up here, actually, that corner there, which doesn't seem that bad, although it's going to be one of those situations where when we're pulling a full load, I'm kind of worried we might just pull the cars right off the track. But as long as we maintain speed, we should be fine. But here we go. Look at this turn. This is like a 30-degree kind of nightmare. It's not too bad. I mean, the Cook Mogul takes it. Coming down is a little bit scarier, I think, because we're going to have some speed. Like, we're climbing still. It doesn't seem like it, but this is still going up a hill. I think it's like 2% or something. But it is constantly climbing. And we basically climb all the way up. You can kind of tell when you look over there that how much it climbs. But we climb all the way up to the top of the mountain. So it's going to be a little bit sketchy coming down. We'll just have to use our brakes a little bit and sort of coast the way, I think. I think this is one of the other really tight turns right here that are like 30%. I mean, I feel like once you have cars, you'll see the cars way over there. But as long as we're maintaining a constant speed, it should be fine. I love the view of this, though. It's crazy. You're just right on the edge of a cliff. Really, really cool line. And this is another sharp one here, but I think this one's only like 25. I really hope that signs are coming soon, because once we get signs, I'll be able to just mark all these turns and be like, all right, this is this is that. Warning bridge coming up, stuff like that. Just things to make the track feel a little bit more I don't know, like realistic, I guess. I don't really know what kind of rail signs they use, to be honest. I mean, I know rail signals, and I guess a little bit about how that works and how, like blocking works and that kind of thing, but I've never really known, like, all the signs on the side of tracks. I'm sure they have them for, like, grade and stuff and speed limits and whatever, although I don't really know how you're supposed to tell your train speed on a regular basis. But here we go. We're pulling into the coal mine. Nice smooth finish here at the top of this hill. Turn and line up with the station. And you can see here, I've got a sanding tower and water tower up here just in case, you ran out of steam or, you need sand if you had to use sand coming up. I don't think you'd really need it on the way down. You're pretty much going down the whole way and then down the valley. But here we go. We can come in. Oh, I guess, hold on. Let's check what we need here. So we got rails, right? 0 of 50. Okay. And beams. And beams is 0 of 20. Oh, that's okay. All right, so we actually can't deliver beams without rails. If we were to bring beams, we could only bring up 20 of the max, which is like 6.5 cars. That's not really a lot. And rails, we don't have any rails at the smelter. I know that. So I think what we're going to have to do in order to get the coal mine going is we're going to run the Cook Mogul all the way back to the freight depot. And we're going to pick up the coal/iron cars and then do a run to the iron mine, pick up iron, and deliver it to the smelter. I'm pretty sure we have a bunch of iron at the iron mine from the last time we did a bunch of, like, beams and stuff. Actually, I don't even know if we have iron at the iron mine. We're gonna go and get whatever iron we have, though, so then that way when we come here, we can bring whatever rails we have, and, you know, at least we'll get something going. The problem is if we bring more than 20 beams, we'll fill this up, and then it won't produce until it has some rails to take as well. So we're gonna have to bring up as many rails as we can with a bunch of beams. But yeah, first we gotta deliver iron. This is crazy. We're actually getting to the point where now we gotta do like 3 or 4 trips to just fill up one location, which is super exciting. But yeah, we definitely need some iron. So we're gonna take the Cook Mogul. It should be able to go up the new iron line with the new iron bridge, which is super cool. And we only have to pull 4 cars because we only have 4 iron cars. And I think it'll be able to handle 4 cars up 3%, no problem. And we'll get the iron and deliver it to the smelter. But first we're gonna head back around and back down to the freight depot, which hopefully has all the switches set. This is a crazy journey. Like, okay, hold on. We're here. And we gotta go all the way up to the top of the map and then come back down. We're basically doing a U around 3/4 of the map. This is actually one of the longest routes I think you can have on this entire... I think this is the longest route. There isn't a route longer than... Oh my god, you can see the track down there. That's so cool. But yeah, this is like the coal mine route. I don't think there's anything longer than that around the whole map. Because everything else, like the last 3 locations are the ironworks, oil field, and refinery, and they're all sort of in that one flat section. Like, they all be attached together, I'm pretty sure. But to get coal all the way over to there, you'd have to drive all the way around the map and back. I think it's super cool. Maybe at some point in time we'll make a crazy pass that goes up into these mountains here. But it's pretty cool that you have to build these crazy routes. All right, we're going downhill now, so we're just gonna no-reg this. I really don't want to derail. And then we're gonna go all the way back to the freight depot. Let's let this coast. Let's actually turn on just, oh god, oh god, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, I glitched through it. Oh, I wanted to turn on the tender brake just a bit. It does flatten out. Hopefully it'll lose some speed and we can catch it. Oh my god. The tender's kind of freaking out. I feel like it needs like 5-10% tender brake and then it would have been fine, but we glitched through the thing when I got out of the cockpit. Oh no, don't derail. Oh wait, can I cut it off? No. I can't make it across the canyon. I guess I could run down and across over there and maybe meet it on that side if it doesn't derail. It gets flat over there. That's almost flat. I'm gonna go meet it over here. Oh my goodness, I can't believe that. Another runaway train. Every freaking time. Get out, and I couldn't get the tender brake on in time. And then if the train's just slightly too fast, that's it. You're done. You can't catch it. Okay, there it is. It's still up there. No, that's just the tender. That is just the tender. That is the tender with no train. Oh no. Oh boy, we lost the... Oh my god, what is going on? It's just the tender. Where'd the engine go? Do I have to reload this save? And like, I have a save, but okay, I got the tender. Can we stop? Hey man, chill. Yo, chill. All right. Close this. Okay. Okay, that's the tender. Where is the train? Oh no, it's on that corner. Oh, we'll be fine. We can put it back on the corner there, and we'll get it back in front of the tender. It'll be good. All right, train's back on the track. We're just gonna let this coast. We'll catch up to the tender, and then we'll just re-rail the tender in behind this, and it'll be fine. Everything will be good. And then we'll set the tender brakes and coast down with the tender brakes on. I feel like if you don't have the tender brakes on, it's just a bad situation. You can set your tender brakes maybe at like 10%, And I think that's enough just to prevent you from accelerating too quickly down the hills, and just keeps your train alive. And then when you get back to flat ground, you can turn it off, but I can't believe that. We lost the train already. It's good, though. It's good. All right, perfect. Moving, and we're going to turn the tender brake on just a little bit, like 20%. I think 20% will be good, nice and slow, and now we can just, use the regulator to pull against the tender brake a bit. But it shouldn't be too big a deal. And then when we let off the regulator, we can just coast down sections. Like, obviously, this is a little bit more gradual, but there are some 3% sections coming up, and this is just, it's a nice thing. The tender slows you down. I think this is perfect. If only we could have done that before, we would have been fine, and I don't think the train would have derailed. I honestly find in this game, going downhill is scarier than going uphill. Once you're like, once you're cruising uphill, you're either going to make it or you're not, right? Like, your train's either got enough power to pull the load up the hill or it doesn't. But going downhill, you obviously have the power to go downhill. Like, you're never not going to be able to go downhill, but it's always a question of how much brake do you use, and once you're going too fast, you're kind of screwed. But I think we're good here. This is perfect. And then once we get to the bottom of this section at the flat ground, we'll crank her back up and head all the way back up to the freight depot through that valley line. Once we get to the bottom of this valley, we can basically crank the reg up and then keep going, although most of the valley is downhill on the way back. But I think we can put the reg at like maybe 50% and just sort of cruise our way back. Oh my goodness, this seems... Oh, whoa, that was up on 3 wheels or 2 wheels or half the loco. Wow. Okay. That was a little quick. It's fine. Let's 0%. We're good. Yeah, perfect. Crank the reg up. Let's go. Full speed. That was insane. That was up on... Oh, that was about to tip on that last corner. We're fine, though. We're good. We're good. No problems. I think this is flat for a bit here, but then we're going to start dipping down again. I tell you, it definitely feels good to have this all connected up. I mean, it's, there's still a few more places to go, and obviously there's some track improvements to be made, and a lot of it's single track going places. We don't have any double track or ways to pass other trains or whatever, but it's really nice to actually be able to, like, go to the industries. And I'm really looking forward to actually trading for all the final products. Because I think, like, oil or tools, I think the ironworks makes tools, and the oil field obviously makes oil, and I think those are, like, the final products. So it's just going to be super exciting to start actually getting those to the freight depot. But, of course, still got a lot of ways to go. I mean, just to get coal, we're going to need to deliver beams, and just to get beams and rails, we're going to need to go to the smelter with the iron. And just to get iron, we got to bring more beams and planks up to the iron mine, which last time we did that, the train derailed. So it's a lot of work just to do one single trip of something expensive. But I think that's super cool, and I like the fact that you have to do a bunch of different trains around the whole map. Like, we're way in the bottom corner of the map, and now we're coming up a valley just to go back down another valley. I mean, it's really, really cool, and I think there was a lot of care put into the map design. I really appreciate that, to be honest. All right, I think we're just coming out of the valley now, the coal valley. Crazy long route this is. It's going to be super great, though, with a fully loaded train. I can't wait. It's going to be exciting. Got to get those rails, though. That's, like, the biggest thing. Need the rails to deliver it, because only 20 beam storage just kind of sucks. Like, it needs to be, like, 50 or 100 or 7,000, you know? Like, why can't I just stockpile them with beams, and they just have to deal with figuring out where to put them? I mean, the other option, too, is you could deliver a bunch of cars and leave them up there and not actually unload them until you come up with the rails, but I feel like it makes more sense just to do it all at once, so we get it all, producing right away. We're going to slow down here, though. We're back onto the iron loop, and we are going to be coming back down this way with the iron loaded to get to the smelter, so we're going to just slow down here a little bit and flick this switch so we don't have to later. And something like that. Perfect. You can keep going. Should be able to catch that. It's got some brakes. Excellent. And then we're going to keep going down here. And this will take us to the Y section. And again, when we get to the Y, we're going to flick it to go to the smelter once we pass it to go to the freight depot, so that we can, go get our iron cars back at the freight depot and then have everything preset for heading to the smelter afterwards. Definitely got to build a line that goes across here and gets to the smelter. I feel like that'll be a more direct route. But this is still pretty cool, and this is like the original track that we used to get to the iron mine, which was you know, a really terrible idea at the time. But hopefully this will eventually just be an alternate route that we don't really use all that often, or just use it as a downhill. It's not too bad when you're going down 4%, but going up 4% just kind of sucks. I mean, unless it's a Heisler. The Heisler doesn't even care. Heisler could probably go up 10% with 20 cars and just be like, okay, next. All right, so we're gonna just coast here, let the train coast. Perfect. It'll just coast and probably get stuck on that hill. We need to flick this switch for when we come back, so that sends us down to the smelter. And we need to flick that switch over here. Because again, we're going to be coming from this way, but from up there. It's all very confusing. I have a map in my head, and it kind of makes sense. But yeah, we're coming back from the iron mine. All right, perfect. Now we just got to cruise all the way up back to the freight depot and pick up our iron cars. And then we'll be good to go. Well, and we got to flick the switch at the top of this hill to go up the new bridge. This will actually be the first time I'm using the new bridge with a loaded train for the purposes of going to the iron mine. I've never actually used the new bridge yet, so it's kind of exciting. New adventure. Almost back at the freight depot. I feel like at some point I need to make a sawmill bypass that just, you know, a switch that comes off here from the freight depot and just turns right and goes out towards the coal mine and smelter and stuff. I feel like at some point we might not actually, well, like right now, we need to go get coal cars or iron cars, and then we're going to be skipping past the sawmill. So it might be nice to have a complete bypass. Although it wouldn't really save you that much time. It's not that far of a distance. It saves you a little bit, I guess. Future development plans, though. We still got to connect 3 more industries first, and then we got a bunch of, you know, extra Ys and maintenance sort of things to set up as well, and then we should be good to go. We're going to have to slow down here a little bit. I know these switches are going to be all wonky. I think the coal cars are parked on this side, so I think we can just let you run for a little bit, right? 25%. Yeah, that switch is good. Those switches on this side are probably fine. I think we need to fix these switches up here. Come on, get it. All right, perfect. All right, so it should meet us over here. We're gonna let it pull straight through this way. We'll just flick this switch as well. It is a lot of work to man a shunt yard solo. I will say there are some mods that I should probably consider using at some point that just allow you to do stuff like remote switching. That would kind of be nice. There's also some that give you like mini-map options or like a printout. I know a lot of people have been asking me to like draw my rail and stuff. So there are some, I guess, mods or websites that you can go to that'll print your whole rail and your map and show all the elevations and stuff. So I should probably do that at some point. But for now, I'm just sort of still roughing it out in vanilla. I think that's good, right? That'll come, yeah, it's over there. It's gonna come around, it's gonna come through here. And then we're gonna need to stop it and get it into this far shunt area over there. Okay, perfect. Now let's put a hitch on this. There we go, excellent. I honestly don't know how much iron is at the iron mine even, so that'll be something exciting to find out. And then hopefully we'll get enough rails to do a reasonable trip up to the coal mine, and that'll be perfect. I'm pretty sure everything is 1-to-1, so if we can get 20 rails, that'll deliver with 20 beams, and then we'll just have to kind of figure it out. I mean, if we get, I think it's 10 rails per car, right? So 3 cars of rails would be 30, and then you mix that with 10 cars of beams, so 13 car train, and that would be, you know, an even 30 and 30, which I think would be exactly the kind of delivery we want to do. So hopefully we have 30 iron up at the iron mine. But we're gonna find out, because I honestly couldn't tell you. I should probably fill up with water. We only have 2,000 water. Whatever. I mean, we can always place a water tower out by the iron mine if we have to. I think we'll be fine, though, to be perfectly honest. 2,000 water should be more than enough. I mean, we got all the way to the coal mine and back with, like, 1,000, right? 1,500, maybe? So I think that'll be good. The cool thing about this, now that it doesn't break automatically, is hitching is so much easier. Perfect. Because you just let the car brakes actually slow down your train. You just kind of run into it. Now we can turn all the car brakes off. Excellent. And we're hitched and good to go. So let's get on out of here. And all our switches should actually be set straight from here to the iron mine. So it should just be a straight shot, regulator 100. Now, for the purposes of enjoying this trip, I'm going to stand right up here. Because I think I can get a nice, better view here, and let's just see what happens. This is 100% reg. It should be all uphill. I don't think there's any downhill sections that we have to worry about derailing, so we should just be able to set it and forget it It does, wait, does it have fuel? Let's do a real quick check here. Do we got, oh God, oh no, I'm stuck below. Yeah, that's bad. Can't have that happen. Okay, here we go. Do we have fuel? 72%. Let's just put in some more. 99%, perfect. And we got water, excellent. All right, now we can just stand out here. Actually, you know what? Let's go back further. Let's just, somewhere in the middle. Right like this, perfect. Maybe up here. Okay. All right, so far so good. Pulling into the Pine Valley Lumber Co. Just a normal day. It's so cool. I love the fact that you can let trains drive themselves in this game. That's so great. One of the coolest features. Apparently the Pine Valley Lumber Co. is full because there are still logs in the lake, so that's good. Got to do more beams up to the iron mine. I really hope we have iron. I honestly don't know. I think we got like 20 something there, maybe 30. If we have 30, that would be great. This is 4 cars, so this would be 40 total if we had it. I don't think we have 40 up there, but if we had 30, like I'll take as much as we have, but if we have 30, that would be fantastic, because that would be enough to do a full load up to the coal mine and generate 30 coal, which we don't even have a place to deliver the coal to yet, but at least, you know, I think the coal mine can hold like a couple hundred before it's full, so it gets that kind of started, and then eventually we'll have to bring the coal, I think it's coal and iron products you bring to the iron works, and that makes like tools or something, which then you sell for a ton of money at the freight depot. So we're getting into some crazy products. How are we doing? $3,600 still. We'll see how much money we make on this. It should be a decent amount as well, I think. But yeah, we're definitely getting into the point now where we can start making some good money. If the Cook Mogul makes this trip, it's only 4 cars. I feel like it can do it. That'll be great, because then it's another engine we can use. Last time we almost made it up to the iron mine with the Cook Mogul on its own, pulling 10 cars, I think. So this is only 4 and they're empty. The last one was 10 and they were full, so I think this is going to do it no problem. Or maybe it was 12 and they were full. Either way, it didn't make it. All right, pulling on to the fresh iron line. I love how I wanted to get coal, and I finally hooked up the coal mine and the whole like coal line, which took 3 freaking days to do, like a long time to build this whole line and make it perfect. And yet I can't do anything with it because I don't have iron. Like, what a ridiculous game. You have to do so much stuff. All right, we're getting on to the new bridge. I love the look of this. I think it's really, really cool. I should probably cut back a few more trees, to be honest, but perfect. Crossing the valley. Definitely gonna have to find some more places to build big bridges like this. I don't really have any, to be honest, unless I did something crazy to like climb the mountain or something to get to the coal mine. Or maybe did like a bridge right here, like you could hook it left and go straight across to the line over on that side. You could build a crazy bridge, but this is really the only spot so far where I've had to actually build a crazy bridge. And it looks cool, I think it's great. But just kind of insane. All right, here we go. Now we start the climb to the iron mine. Pretty much 3% the whole way, never stops. Here we go, we're climbing. Hasn't bogged any. I think we'll be okay, honestly. I still haven't fixed this line, though. There's that one part where we derailed a couple episodes ago, and I haven't fixed that yet. It needs to be straightened out. I gotta do some line maintenance at some point on some of these older rails. But it should be fine with this. It's only 4 cars long. Last time it was like 20 cars. It was way too many. This is a tight turn as well that should be fixed. Okay, it bogged a little bit on that. I think it was 2% maybe, and now it's 3%. I'm not sure. It is bogging a little bit. But it's only this bridge, and then there's another bridge, and then I think one more bridge after that, and then we're at the iron mine, so I think we're okay. Don't bog down here right at the end, please. That would suck. You've got full boiler pressure. Like, do I turn the sander on? It's only 4 cars, dude. Come on. I think I'm gonna turn the sander on. I mean, it can't make it worse, right? Oh my goodness. It's literally just this corner, this terrible S-bend, and then that's the last bridge. Or no, wait, no, that's the last bridge. Oh, it's not gonna make it. You gotta be kidding me. Just chug. Just chug. Come on. You got fuel. You're not going to run out of boiler pressure. Is there sand still coming out of the sander? I can't tell. It's like right in front of that. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay, yeah, yeah. Right at the front there. Come on. This is literally the last wooden bridge. It's just got... This corner needs to be fixed so bad. It needs to be, like, nice and smooth. Because we're going to lose so much speed on this one corner. But this is it. It's this corner, this bridge, and then we're good. We lose so much speed on that. Oh, my goodness. Come on. Come on. I believe in you. I believe in you. Oh, my goodness. This is like the absolute limit of what this engine could do. Just like 10 more feet. If you can make it onto the foundation, I think it gets more gradual. Yeah. Are we picking up speed again? Oh my, oh, thank God. I don't have to walk all the way back again. Oh my God, that is so close. If that was 100 feet longer, I feel like this engine would make it with 4 cars. Oh my God, that's crazy. We're here though, thank God. All right, that is definitely a Heisler run or a multi-engine run. That's insane. It still can't make it, the Captain Cook. That's crazy. Oh well, we're gonna need a couple climaxes too at some point to deliver it. How much do we got? 26. Well, that is not a lot. All right, well, we got 26 iron. So I guess we'll be doing 26 iron with 26 beams at some point. Let's fill this up and bring it on down to the smelter. Last time, Dapper and I were going to bring like 40 up here or something. It was like, what, 24, I think, of each? And then, of course, we derailed. So we lost all that, which is, we were so close, too. We were literally here, and we derailed. But that's okay. We'll take this 26. It'll be good. And then we'll head on down to the smelter. Oh my God, I can't believe we made it. That's crazy. All right, and that should be the last of the iron. 2.5 cars-ish. Perfect. Excellent. We only have like 1,200 water left in the Cook Mogul. Yeah, we'll be fine. Most of this is downhill anyway, so let's just get out of here, head down to the smelter. We're kind of dealing in rookie numbers here, it seems. We're just like, whatever scraps are left, that's what we're taking. I definitely got to do more trips up here with some gear trains to deliver some planks. Need to make more money, buy the Climax, the other gear train, and I feel like the Climax could pull a fair amount of wood up here on a regular basis just to at least, you know, start making some serious iron. Because we got tons of wood. Wood is so easy to come by in this game. And I think the Cook Mogul is going to stay as like a wood train up in the front lines. Up here in the mountains, it seems a little underpowered and kind of sketchy. All right, we're just going to keep going full reg here. Once we get around that corner, that's where the downhill starts, and we'll just hit the brake and kind of go. We should be okay here, though, honestly. It's only 4 iron cars. And, you know, we got good brakes on the Cook Mogul. It just can't pull. This is awesome, though. I love the fact that we've actually got more and more industries connected now. Now we just got to start running some really big trains. I just need a fleet of Heislers. That's really what it's got to be. We need a fleet of them. They're really the best train by like a mile. I guess we could try the Class 72, but I'm worried the Class 70's got like a really long wheelbase, which is going to suck on some of these mountain passes because they do have, you know, some tight turns. The Heisler just, you know, it just pulls and doesn't care. And I feel like we just need a fleet of them. All right, now we head downhill. And trains are all really good at going downhill, so we're just going to set 20% brake. And that's not going to be enough. We're going to set 45% brake. Because this S-bend should be... This should be changed. It looks cool, but it is really not practical. It is really... I feel like this is a recipe for derailing at any sort of speed. It looks cool, though. Yeah, 45% brake was a good number. All right, let's let off that a little bit. And I think now we have to use a little bit of reg because it starts to go uphill. just for a small section, and then it goes down again. And then we kind of get to that part where we meet up with the coal mine, and then we got to go down those Ys to the smelter, which we can see the smelter way down there. We just got to do a crazy detour to get there because of all the elevation changes. I love that about this game. It's fantastic. We could just draw a straight line with just a straight bridge that goes above everything else. That would be so much easier. But of course, I wanted to follow all the terrain, which means all the routes are like 5 times as long, rather than just drawing a straight bridge from point A to point B. I feel like that's part of the experience, though, is having to actually find the path, rather than just, you know, point A, point B, done. This is all new. This turn has never been tested before, so hopefully it doesn't eat us. Perfect. We still got all our cars. That's good. But yeah, this is the line there. That goes down to the coal mine valley. We'll have to put a Y here eventually. Do we? Actually, is there any... Like, I don't think there'd be any reason to go straight from the iron mine to the coal mine. Yeah, no, there really wouldn't. So you'd never need a Y going this way. We do need to make this into, like, a weird split, though. So we can go straight across here and then go down to the smelter through the alternate route. So this will have to change. But yeah, we wouldn't need a line going from here to there, because you'd never go from one valley straight to the other. You'd always be coming out, but... Alright, now we're on another downhill. Give it some braking power right away, just so we don't pick up too much speed. Love the waterfall, that's so cool. I can't wait to check out the valley line too in the spring when the snow is melted again and there's no snow, because obviously it looks cool with the, you know, the water and the snow and stuff, but I've never actually been in that valley prior to this snow update, so it'll be really cool to see how the foundation that we've placed in the winter looks in the spring. And I'm assuming it'll look fine, but it's gonna be cool because it'll be like a whole new experience, really. Alright, nice and slow. This is where the Eureka died. Rest in peace, Gutless. You always were terrible. You know, I'm just looking right now, and like, we're almost at the smelter, and the waterfall cliff is that cliff there, but I don't really see an easy way up, so we might actually have to build some sort of crazy bridge structure to actually get up there. I don't know if there's an intentional route there or not. Oh, perfect. We're coming in this way. Excellent. We can unload at the iron pile. Our wonderful 26 iron. This is crazy. This holds like 1,000, doesn't it? Yeah, 1,000 iron ore. And that's like 1,000 planks and oh, that was the wrong one. I need the brake. I need the brake. Whoops. Yeah. I was marveling at how many 1,000 actually is. It's crazy though. You think about it, like 1,000 iron ore. This is 40, so we'd have to do 25 full trips of this to completely deliver 1,000 iron, which I guess is possible. It'd just be the logs and stuff would take a while as well. Can I unload all 3 of these? That would be fantastic. Oh wait, that's right. You can't just press that. You gotta press enter now. There we go. Perfect. Enter. It's actually a little bit safer. You don't accidentally misclick it. Wonderful. All right, perfect. 21 iron, so it should have already consumed 5, which means we'll have 5 rails already. And that means we should get 26 rails, which I think it's 10 rails per car, right? So it should be 3 cars of rails and then, you know, another 26 beams from the lumber, and we'll be able to deliver all that to the coal and get 26 coal. You know, math is awesome. It's gonna be great. We're gonna need to do a lot more trips to the iron mine, I think. Iron mine trips is definitely a priority. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. I'm hoping next episode we can deliver to the coal mine. We'll see how this comes out. And then, of course, we got to do more deliveries. Pretty much, this just like created so much work. Having to supply the coal mine is actually a ton of different trips, which I'm super excited about, but we're going to have to do a lot of different trips. Might have to recruit some of my buddies to help me out with all these things, and means we need more engines. So we're going to have to make some money. That only made like 300 bucks. That's kind of terrible. Well, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Make sure, of course, you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll see y'all next time.